Coming up on News Live at 6, some students at the Maxwell School are concerned by new changes, what the school is doing as it moves forward.
Plus, many animals in central New York are being abandoned. Our Jude Bazerman looks into the cause.
And Syracuse University is launching the first ever academic program of its kind for the creator economy. News Live at 6 starts right now.
This is CitrusTV News Live at 6, your campus news leader.
Changes to the Maxwell School of Citizenship and Public Affairs are raising concerns for some students. Welcome into News Live at 6 for this Tuesday. I'm Isabella Galan.
And I'm Jackson Breslin. After retiring one major at the start of the semester, the school is moving in a new direction. Our Anjana Dasam is here in studio with more from Maxwell and a student within the major.
Thanks, Jackson. The Maxwell School announced they were retiring their citizenship and civic engagement major at the start of the semester, the very major that makes a citizenship school unique. Now they're moving it to a minor with only 18 credits instead of 30. This change is concerning to some students who worry if this reprioritizes Maxwell's core values.
We will transmit this city not only not less, but greater and better and more beautiful than it was transmitted to us. These words, seen front and center just outside the Maxwell Auditorium, is something Maxwell students know all too well. The Athenian Oath highlights the importance of community engagement. After announcing that the citizenship and civic engagement major will now be moved to a minor, CCE major Sabrina Lucier says she worries the minor won't have the same impact.
CCE is a really small major. It always has been. That was part of the beauty of it.
Director for the Maxwell office of CCE, Amy Schmidt, says that this decision was actually years in the making. She hopes it'll help community service be more accessible for students across the university.
And you're committed to making the community a better place, but your curriculum is so overwhelming that it's really tough to fit in a double major. Having a minor as an option that still maintains the really strong values of Maxwell is going to make your academic experience that much richer.
The biggest change in all this is that the minor won't offer the CCE capstone class, something SU alumna Mary Kevel says gave her the experience to be a suitable candidate when applying for jobs.
You know, nonprofit work is not the most forgiving field in the world. You know, it can be really hard, especially if you're working very closely with vulnerable populations. And I think, I hope that people, when they saw that on my resume, they knew that I had some skill, I had some experience.
And now, Lucier is the last of her kind.
If I wanted to have 5 different options for a social science major, I'd go to a small liberal arts school, but I came to Maxwell because they have the reputation of prioritizing those programs.
With the office being new, it's still too soon to see the impact, but Schmidt remains confident that this new shift will continue to expand Maxwell's core values.
We're all looking for ways to incorporate the Athenian Oath, which I'm sure you've seen outside the Maxwell Auditorium, right? Making our community better than it was before we came here.
Leaving a mark, losing their major. Reporting in Syracuse, Anjana Dasam, CitrusTV News.
Thank you so much, Anjana. And Syracuse University is now making history with a brand new initiative. The university is launching the nation's first academic center dedicated to the creator economy. The joint program between the Whitman School of Management and the SI Newhouse School of Public Communications will focus on research, education, and innovation, all of which is meant to help students build brands and navigate the growing digital landscape. The center's official launch celebration will take place later this fall, with events on campus as well as in New York, Los Angeles, and Washington, D.C.
Well, Isabella, if I was a little bit more of a content creator myself, I would have posted a story of me outside enjoying the weather today because it was absolutely gorgeous out. It was so nice. And we've seen so much of that recently. Oh my goodness.
I know. We usually see our Roman Verna outside. He's always, right there on the weather deck.
Live.
But fortunately, he can't join us today, but we do have the incredible Brody Miller joining us from outside in this beautiful weather. So Brody, tell us a little bit how it's feeling out there right now.
Thanks, guys. It is an absolutely beautiful night here in central New York. It's about 70 degrees outside. As I look around, there's not a cloud in the sky. It is perfectly blue out there. I'm super excited to see the sunset tonight. As you can see on the screen, the sunset is very beautiful here. Looking into tonight, it's about 57 degrees outside. As you walk home, you might need a little jacket or something, but it should be very beautiful out still, and I'll tell you more about the rest of the weather later this week. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Brody. Well, despite protests from some community members downtown this morning, state officials are holding a summit today and tomorrow in Syracuse to discuss nuclear energy. The conference is bringing together state leaders and industry experts to discuss the need for workforce training and supply chain development to support the nuclear industry. Panelists are also set to discuss how nuclear power can be used to spur economic development. Governor Kathy Hochul has repeatedly expressed her desire to make New York a hub for the nuclear industry.
Tops Friendly Markets kicked off its annual free gas and groceries campaign, giving shoppers a chance to win a year's supply while helping local children in need. Each purchase of a $1 ticket can help fund life-saving programs and services at upstate Golisano's Children's Hospital. Since the fundraiser began, over $300,000 was raised. The campaign will run through October 11th at select Tops locations.
Syracuse's Planned Parenthood Generation Action has been fighting back against budget cuts and encouraging students to join the organization. Our reporter Sophia DeStasso has the story.
All throughout campus, students have been talking about Planned Parenthood's new budget cuts. SU student and athlete Marissa Saunders expressed her concern about losing facilities because of this.
I'm concerned about this happening because I've seen how it's affected other states, and sometimes I get concerned that it's going to happen to my state next.
Planned Parenthood Generation Action at Syracuse, otherwise known as PPGen, has been working with Planned Parenthood on East Genesee Street.
On campus, we're connected directly with them, so we've been working closely with them and monitoring how we can best support what they need from us on campus.
The budget cuts have taken away Medicaid from Planned Parenthood, which
is obviously a huge issue for Planned Parenthood, especially because they serve a lot of low-income communities, and a lot of people are on Medicaid that go to Planned Parenthood.
Planned Parenthood has had a lot of initiatives to fight back against the budget cuts. These include meetings, discussions, just to get students more involved.
On Thursday, we're having a workshop with SU College Dems, and in that workshop, we're going to be emailing and calling Governor Hochul's office. She has 3 pieces of legislation regarding reproductive health care and gender-affirming care sitting on her desk, but she hasn't signed yet. So we're going to be making some phone calls and advocating for her to get those through.
SU chapter president Nicole Donahue believes that it should be up to patients to decide what they want regarding their health.
I think that the government has no place in the doctor's office. It's between the patient and the doctor and not between anybody else.
Donahue recognizes that this is a hard situation, but uses the support from PPGen to get through it.
This is an uphill battle, but we're all climbing the hill together.
For CitrusTV News, I'm Sophia DeStasso.
Thank you so much, Sophia. The Department of Justice says a Florida man will spend the next 17 years in prison for leading a cocaine conspiracy in Onondaga County. 49-year-old Juan Correa Sr. admitted to conspiring with others to ship and distribute cocaine from Puerto Rico to Syracuse over the last 4 years. He and 3 other co-conspirators were charged last year and pled guilty to their crimes.
A Syracuse teen is being indicted on a murder charge from a fatal pool shooting over the summer. 15-year-old Kiari Cunningham is charged with second-degree murder after shooting another 15-year-old in the abdomen with a 9mm handgun in June. He was later pronounced dead at Upstate University Hospital. Cunningham was on probation at the time of the shooting and is scheduled to be arraigned on October 14th. Coming up on News Live at 6, Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth calls a last-minute meeting with top military leaders. His plans for the future.
Plus, the government has just hours to avoid a shutdown. What both sides are saying, that and more when your campus news leader returns.
To an excellent episode of Live from Studio B.
watching Citrus TV News Live at 6 with Isabella Galan, Jackson Breslin, and Roman Verna. And now, your campus news leader continues.
This administration has done a great deal from day one to remove the social justice, politically correct, and toxic ideological garbage that had infected our department, to rip out the politics. No more identity months, DEI offices, dudes in dresses. No more climate change worship. No more division, distraction, or gender delusions. No more debris. As I've said before, and will say again, we are done with that.
Now, those were the words of Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, who spoke with senior military leaders this morning. Hegseth intends to end the, quote, woke culture in the military. These initiatives also include a new requirement for every combat arms to use the high male standard only, as well as a new combat field test. SU Public Relations professor and veteran Quande Hall shared his thoughts as well.
It's interesting that we've got a military leader that is saying things like he doesn't want to politicize the military, and it seems like that it is exactly what this is.
In addition to these changes, Hegseth says he's loosening disciplinary rules and weakening hazing protections. Those changes, he said, would, quote, allow leaders with forgivable, earnest, or minor infractions to not be encumbered by those infractions in perpetuity, end quote.
As party leaders continue to hold firm in their positions, the government is poised to shut down for the first time since 2019. The government will officially shut down at 12:01 tomorrow morning if the Senate does not pass a House measure extending federal funding for 7 weeks.
Senate Democrats say they won't vote for the measure unless Republicans include an extension on expiring health care benefits. President Trump says his side is not willing to negotiate. The 2019 shutdown lasted 35 days, the longest in more than 40 years, also happening while Trump was in office.
The latest, as a second detainee is dead after last week's shooting of an ICE office in Dallas. 32-year-old Mexican immigrant Miguel Angel Garcia Hernandez was one of 3 ICE detainees hit in the attack.
Garcia Hernandez lived in the U.S. since the age of 13 and was a father of 4. The first detainee died the day of the shooting, while one currently remains in the hospital. Following the attack, gunman Joshua Yan died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
And I'll have your 5-day forecast when News Live at 6 returns.
To my house. Everybody's pretty tired of each other. The walls were closing in. Clearly a case of too much family, too close, 24/7. If this sounds like your house, try going someplace new. YourLifeYourVoice.org. You'll find lots of ideas to help you handle the family stresses of being confined to close quarters. YourLifeYourVoice.org. It could help you find a little more breathing room.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
From the Citrus TV Weather Center, this is SU's most accurate weather forecast.
Welcome into Citrus TV News Live at 6, and happy last day of September. We have a beautiful start of October ahead of us. Tomorrow on Wednesday, it's about 65 degrees and sunny. Looking into Thursday, we have 68 degrees with a little bit of clouds. And then back in on Friday, it's about 75 degrees, which is higher than those fall temperatures we're seeing on Wednesday and Thursday. But that's New York for you. And if Syracuse couldn't get hotter or more bipolar, on Saturday we have 80 degrees and sunny, and then Sunday 84. So at the start of the week we have those nice fall temperatures where you can wear your sweaters and stuff, but at the end of the week it's going to feel like move-in all over again. Now for around the region, we have about Rochester at 70, Fulton's at 72, 75. We have similar temperatures all around the regions in the 70s. And as I told you, we have clear skies for the week, but how about we go into the month with a clear mind? How to make October your month. So first off, I've organized your space, clean up your room, clean your room, all that sort of stuff. Set some new goals for yourself. Finally go to the gym, maybe check out that new movie you've been wanting to see, and then also make some new fun plans, you know, go to the pumpkin patch with your friends, all that sort of stuff. Also, try something new. You know, this is my first time doing weather, obviously enjoying it, and a really good start to the end of my month. And then be more intentional, make more time for yourself and for those you love. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Brody. Well, animal adoption centers across the region are seeing an increase in pets being given away. Our Jude Baseman looks at why so many animals are being left abandoned.
Austin, Nugget, and Shaggy.
They come in shy and nervous and everything, but they always figure it out.
3 fun, lively, and adorable dogs.
Come here, Nux. You're so... Now I'm gonna be dirty.
Lucky enough to find room at Humane CNY.
No matter how big we make it, there'll never be enough space.
The city of Syracuse could build 80 kennels, and they'll all be filled tomorrow.
Meaning shelters across central New York are turning animals away.
We're only doing what we can right now.
With no place left to go, many pets are left behind.
Some people understand, others threaten to dump them at the door. I mean, or let them go. So it hurts our hearts too to hear that.
Well, Maureen says that the shelter gets anywhere from 30 to 50 calls per day asking Humane CNY to take in dogs. And the most common reason? Housing.
A lot of people are being evicted. There's a lot of backyard breeding going on. We took 21 animals out of one house.
Situations that aren't the fault of Nugget.
Get down.
Or any of the other animals at Humane CNY.
They're just disposable items to people, and that mindset definitely needs to change.
Reporting for Citrus TV News.
Look at him go with that, Lee.
I'm Jude Baserman.
Thank you so much, Jude. Definitely needed to see some of those pups on this Tuesday night. And a new unique restaurant has just made its debut in Liverpool. Citrus TV's Maddie Ritter sat down with the co-owners of Better Burger to find out what exactly makes them better.
I can do it so much better. I can do it better than Shake Shack. It'll take time. I can do it better than Five Guys. It'll take time. But if we start now, I promise you we can do it better.
A new restaurant is bringing a better approach to burgers. Better Burger is having their grand opening.
It was a lot of sleepless nights for sure. We're two 23-year-olds, well now he's 24 years old, but 23-year-olds decided this on a budget, very tight budget. Didn't know if we were gonna make it. Some days we thought, all right, we might have to pull everything we have and sleep in our car, maybe not make rent, but things came together. It was always the vision to have an awesome spot that people can come and have a good time, bring their friends, bring their family, their kids, and feel comfortable in the space.
Co-owner Tiami Chaudhry says that this building was once a McDonald's, but now sees it as a more modern location serving a different purpose.
And I was like, this is dope. This is a future-proof location. As a patio. We can do brunches on the Saturdays. We can, if there's no COVID, we could do drive-through. There's a huge basement, a ton of storage if you ever do a food truck. It has a walk-in cooler that's bigger than most New York City apartments. They're huge. I mean, this is the spot to start, I think. And the community here is very niche. People support local businesses. It gives us time to kind of experiment with our concept and build the brand and then see where we want to go with it.
For Citrus TV News, I'm Maddie Ritter.
Coming up next here on Citrus TV News, I've got everything covered with sports, Syracuse football, Syracuse field hockey, and what's been going on in MLB playoffs so far. Stick around and find out.
And now, your Citrus TV Sports Report.
Over the weekend, Syracuse football went from the highest of highs all the way to the lowest of lows. Welcome into sports. I'm Josh Richardson. During SU's 38-3 loss to Duke on Saturday, nothing was working on the offensive end. In his first career start, quarterback Ricky Collins helped get the Orange on the board with a field goal on their second drive, but followed it up with 5 punts, 2 fumbles, and 2 turnovers on downs. After Syracuse head coach Fran Brown went over the tape with Collins, he was still confident in his new QB1 with both what he saw and what he heard.
He took a lot of blame for certain things, and he just was watching his stuff, and we were just going through it. I had him teaching me the whole time. Show me this. All right, tell me that. What were you thinking there? Why'd you move your feet like that right there? Why didn't you sit in there and be comfortable? Dan, that could have been a better throw if this would have happened. And we just went through every play like that, and it was pretty cool to be able to sit there and do it. We got a little bit closer, right? We got a little bit closer just from doing that. Yeah, I mean, he understand. I know he got my back, and he know I got his.
Ricky's next chance to lead the SU offense to a win comes this Saturday down in Dallas against SMU. Kickoff is slated for 3:30. Staying back up in the 3-1-5, Syracuse field hockey continues to catch some national recognition. After back-to-back wins against then number 7 Duke and number 20 Penn State, SU jumped back up into the nation's top 5. The Orange moved up one spot, but still sit behind Northwestern, Virginia, North Carolina, and Harvard. It's a pretty strong ACC this year. Syracuse is 5-2 against teams ranked inside the top 20, and the Orange continue their season on Friday at home against Colgate. In pro sports, it's a big day for baseball, especially for everyone in New York. That's right, AL Wildcard Series starts, and the Yankees and the Red Sox are underway in the Bronx. That one just started about 10 minutes ago. Throughout the course of the regular season, the Sox had the Yanks number 9-4 in 13 games. Today, though, headlined by the 2 starters, Garrett Crochet versus Max Fried, the 2 aces, 2 guys in the top 5 for AL Cy Young voting. That'll come out in about a month and a half. It's going to be a pitcher's duel, and the only way to expect what's going to happen is to expect the unexpected, because when these 2 teams play, fireworks are sure to happen. Who knows how it's going to go either way, but a big one coming for Game 1 down in the Bronx. While that's about 10-15 minutes underway, the other AL wildcard matchup finished up a few hours ago. That was between Detroit and Cleveland, and the Tigers come away with a 2-1 win. The only time the Yankees would face them is if they make it all the way to the American League Championship Series. Future Cy Young winner Tarek Skubal and former Cy Young winner as well, 14 strikeouts. That's a career high for him. Game 2 between the Guards and the Tigers coming tomorrow. Back in Syracuse, it's a sad day for the SU basketball community. Legendary Orange hoop star Lawrence Moten has passed away at the age of 53. The guard played for Syracuse from 1991 to 95 and remains the program's all-time leading scorer with over 2,300 points. During his time at SU, Moten was one of hundreds of players who suited up for head coach Jim Boeheim during his tenure. Boeheim called him, quote, one of the most underrated players in Syracuse basketball history. While his jersey is hanging high in the rafters inside the JMA Wireless Dome, his legacy for Syracuse men's basketball will live on forever. Jackson and Bella, back to you.
Thank you, and when we come back, we will have your wake-up weather. Stick with us.
STEM is precise, no margin for error.
Dare to forget that. Dare to have fun with it. Get weird with it. Dare to send those old STEM theories flying past the neighbor's house into outer space. Dare to program something internet-breaking, record-breaking. Dare to blow their minds. Dare to learn the difference between sedimentary and metamorphic rock. Go find those rocks. Dare to keep daring. Dare to STEM. Check out She Can STEM to get started.
Welcome back into News Live at 6. Well, I hope you packed some of your fall clothes before we go back home for fall break, because it's going to be a chilly one. At 6 a.m. we're seeing 43 degrees, and then at 9 a.m. when you're starting to walk to your classes, 49, and then by noon it's going to reach up to 59 degrees. It's going to continue to warm up throughout the day, but it's not the warm temperatures. And I'm excited to see the warm weather come back.
Oh, we are definitely excited to see some warm weather, even though I wish I could pull out my hoodie a little bit earlier than I would. I would like to be in my sweatshirt weather right now. But besides the point, today, Time revealed the 2025 Time 100 Next list. The list recognizes emerging leaders from all around the world who are shaping the next generation of leadership.
Some people who made the list include singer Tate McRae, actor Jonathan Bailey, and soccer phenom Lamine Yamal. Now, those are some pretty big names on this list. I got to hear your thoughts on it, Bella.
Well, I know Jackson and Brody, we were talking a little bit about this earlier, I don't know about you, but we were excited about Tate McRae. And she was also one of the covers of the magazine, which is just really exciting. No, you went and saw Tate McRae in concert.
I saw Tate McRae back in the beginning of the bump with my girlfriend, and oh my gosh, she is amazing. I can't believe the fact that she is our age.
I know.
And doing everything that she's doing. It's truly
impressive.
remarkable. It really is.
And Jonathan Bailey,
Yes.
Wicked actor, Wicked Part 2's coming out, and he was even nominated by Ariana Grande, which I love
Isn't
seeing
that so
the
wholesome?
Wicked cast support. Just
Anyone
awesome.
that you were looking at?
I've got to go back to the Tate McRae. My girlfriend has me listen to all of her songs.
Oh, good,
Tit
good.
for tat. It was good.
That's what I'm saying.
Good.
That's what I'm saying.
I can't lie.
And even for the sports and you, Lamine Yamal on there, just an absolute
he's
superstar.
Great. I mean, considering everything that he's doing, it's incredible. Football is in good hands.
Hey, definitely, definitely.
Awesome. Well, that is all the time that Citrus TV has for this Tuesday.
Don't forget, you can follow us on X and Instagram at CitrusTV News. Now, for the entire Citrus TV News team, I'm Jackson Breslin.
And I'm Isabella Galan. Have a great night, Syracuse.